Just a second. I don't know. Hello, everyone. I'm just seeing if I can also zoom into my Facebook group, but I don't think I can. So sort of changed all this stuff, hasn't it? Hello, everyone. I'm just seeing if I can also zoom into my Facebook group, but I don't think I can. So sort of changed all this stuff, hasn't it? Hello, everyone. I'm just seeing if I Okay, so hello. I am excited to share this today. So I want to talk about identity shifting and what does that look like? So in this live today with you, I need to record, so I need to go back. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited. So manifesting and identity, okay? The manifesting part comes from our intuition, which is our spirit and our source, okay? Source energy. And today we're going to be talking about how do we change, and you might be hearing this a lot, like we're elevating or we're quantum leaping. And quantum leaping means that we're manifesting super quickly. And super quickly is done by identity work, embodiment work, and doing the inner work and visualizing, right? These are the tools that we must use. And it's the same tools with identity. And I am so good at identity work because I've had to do it so often. And I've also been an amazing manifester in many parts of my life. But then there are parts of my life that have been having more resistance, okay? So along this journey together, we are going to be talking about all these things. But today I want to specifically talk about identity because I have a 5-day challenge coming up next week. And if this resonates with you, I will put the link above so you can join the 5 days of identity shifting, elevation. I'm going to be mentoring and coaching you along this journey. And it's going to be in an app called Telegram. So we're going to be in there really every day, just going through what you're struggling with, what you want to achieve. It's going to be super fun. And identity is who we are, right? Like we are known by our certain name. We're known by who we are as what we do in a career. Or maybe sometimes it's who we're married to. And I have been through it all. So I want to start with one area that I know was a big change for me, not for the better. Okay. So I want to talk about identity in the sense that when I married somebody, okay, I married a man that I had met in Hawaii, flying from Australia. I was flying from Toronto, Canada. He was from Australia. We met literally waiting. We were at the airport hotel, waiting for the little bus to come to take us just around literally 5 minutes to the airport. Okay. And I'm standing outside and I saw him. He was standing in the back with his friend, his mate. And we got on this little shuttle bus and I sat in the front seat. And because I was that type of person, right? I was a first-class woman. I always sat at the front. I had I was confident. I was powerful. I had a very successful business. I traveled a lot on my own. Yeah, I was just really just in spirit, in God, if you want to call it. And this is stuff you'll learn more about in manifesting. I would never have said that word God if it wasn't for my mentor over the last 8 months of learning more and doing deeper work about this. Okay. I was in it just unconsciously manifesting my life in every way and listening to all the nudges and the synchronicities that were showing up for me, and I would go with them. Okay. So I started talking to this guy because I can talk to anybody, anywhere, right? I can go to any event on my own. And I always meet people. Okay. That is my identity. That's who I am and still am. And so I met this gentleman, we started chatting, we get off. He's not really one to, he didn't have the same confidence as I did, but I, and so it was me that introduced myself. I said I was coming to Australia. We should maybe try to catch up, like very out there forward, right? I know what I was wanting and what I asked for. And he's like, sure, la, la, la. And I said, do you have a business card? He said, yes. We exchanged business cards. He went to the Big Island and I was going to Maui. Okay. And that was it. I went to Maui. He went to the Big Island. Many times during that time, I thought, I wish I could have contacted him. I probably would have jumped on a plane and went over to the Big Island to meet him because that was who I was. All right. Just want to go who I was so that you can see the transfer of what happened along that journey. So long story short is we actually got married. I moved to Australia and I always said I would never change my surname. I loved my surname. I knew who I was because it was my identity of my business to myself, my powerful self, my independence, my femininity, my masculine, all of it was in both of those areas. Okay. But I changed my name, didn't I? And changing that name changed everything. I became married to him. He would not allow the space for me to be seen by taking his name, which I didn't realize at the time, right? He was not confident. He was not a self-assured person. He felt the energy that I had and wanted it, and we collided in a similar energy. And that's how it happens. But the thing was that there were many signs in the middle not to marry. But I did not listen, and I went off my path, off my intuition into another road, down for 20 years, and some were very challenging. And I'm only going to share some of this because this is what I'm going to share in the 5-day challenge or the 5-day mentorship. I think it's more of a mentorship. I want to help you get into who you are so that you can start seeing that person and really go more quickly into what you want to be and who you want to be. And just remember who you were. This is why I keep saying who I was, because I am her again, just in a different form, more experience, more joy, more love, and obviously in a whole new experience, right? So my life became, he was over those years, not so much in the first 10 years, but the next decade was the transformation of actually going really to nothing. I lost my independence. I lost my confidence, my self-assurance, my income. He controlled it, and that was that. So I really felt like I hit bottom in so many ways. And certainly I hit bottom in our divorce, in our marriage. Okay. But what was happening for me was it all happened for me. It happened so that I could hit rock bottom, to see what happened, to look at my life and to learn so much about myself. And that learning and growth literally was I was quantum leaping then, okay, without knowing it, because it was so painful, but I was learning and growing, and literally the universe was just pushing me, kept moving and moving. I mean, I moved 3 times on my own, 3 different times in homes in 2021. And obviously in 2022 and even partial of 2023, I still was recovering from the emotional, because we are emotional beings. I was, any kind of stress or anything that happens, which I was very good at dealing with, not in a good way, was in my body, and I was exhausted. And I just didn't even want to go out. I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want to meet anyone. I had no idea who I was to be able to go there. So I had to do this work, which is the embodiment work, which is looking at yourself in the identity of who you are. And it's been so much fun. It has not been easy, but it's been part of my journey. But now I see how our thoughts create our reality. What we believe is true. What you don't believe is still real, right? And you can change a belief in an instant. So what belief are you holding on to that you would love to change? So if we're talking about the 5-day challenge, I have a lot of women that are coming in there that have been struggling with their body image, with how they feel. And when you are a business owner or an entrepreneur, how we feel is so important because it shows up, right? When we're on camera, doing reels, doing all this kind of stuff, talking to clients, like doesn't matter what kind of business you're in, real estate, interior designer, event corporate, doing corporate events, a coach of some sort, right? A healing coach, a business coach. Our confidence is everything. It creates the wealth of your business. It creates the clients rolling in. Feeling good about yourself gives you more energy to show up. You don't just show up using just your face. You will show up and say, like, here's my body. I'm in my pink Lululemon tights because I'm working from home, which I love, right? So it is everything. And if you are not feeling good and comfortable and confident and loving yourself unconditionally, you're not going to be your best self. You're not going to get everything you desire. So I want to help you with this. And this is what we're going to go through in this 5 days. We're really going to dig into I don't like calling them blocks, but there'll be blocks in there, limiting beliefs. There'll be so much self-sabotaging that you're saying to yourself. And we got to start looking at this stuff. We got to uncover it. All right. And I am so excited for this because when you do the work, and I've done it so many times, and really there was still some stuff hanging on from money for me. Okay. This is going to be such a great topic, but I'm not going to start money topic and for a few months still, or it'll be less than that, to be honest. I'd say in a couple of weeks, because I need something. I'm waiting for some manifestation stuff coming in. And then once that pops in, I'm going to talk about so much money. How much money? Love talking about money, and money is fun and it's not dirty. It's meant to be friends with it. We are meant to use it. We're meant to circulate it. We're meant to have fun with it. And it doesn't matter what you put and buy on it. It doesn't matter. Money should be accumulating and circulating all the time. Okay. Not caged up, locked up in your savings account, afraid to look at, afraid to pay bills. I'm telling you, I've been there, but we will get into this one. Okay. I know this is going to end up being my superpower. I just know it because it's been the one thing that has definitely been scratching the surface in my life from my marriage, not from childhood, not from before I met this man. It's all from him. Okay. So I'm so excited to talk about that. But right now, I want to talk about really just looking at yourself so that you are showing up as your best self. Limiting beliefs, not having confidence. I had to find myself, to find the confidence and work through all that. And I can fast track you because I know how to do it because I've done it in my own life. And any kind of mentor or coach, if they haven't walked the shoes that you want to walk, I would say, don't go there, right? You got to know their story. You got to know what's happened to them in their life. And when my marriage happened, I'll be really honest. And I finally went onto Facebook and I did a public, I blamed myself for the entire 20-year marriage. He said it was all my fault. He said, you're too much. Can you believe that? And I thought I was. I love myself. Who cares if I'm too much? Maybe I was a lot too much for him. So, and I did this Facebook Live. And women, it had over 1,000 views. I had so many comments come in. And one woman replied to me and she said, you're finally relatable. Everyone thought I had this perfect life. And this is Facebook, this is Instagram that I want you to share. I was an actress. I was very good at pretending, and I covered up all pain. I didn't want to talk about it. I kept it to myself. Every now and then I'd say things to my mom or a good friend, and I just couldn't look at it. I had business coaches, and whenever I had business coaches, it would all come back into my marriage, how unhappy I was, and it was all about my ex-husband. So there you go. Okay, there's the short term on of my story, which I'm going to be sharing more and more about in my channel, because I think it's super important to know my story and how I can mentor you if this is something you're looking for, but also to learn, even just from my channel. This is like a free resource. So if this stuff is helping you, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let me know if this is resonating. And I want you to know age does not matter. You can change your life in an instant. You can do whatever you want to do. Age is a number. I don't care if you say you're in your 60s or you're 65. It is a number. If you think you're 40 and you're too old, I mean, you know what? Put it aside and let's create what you desire and have fun along the way. If we don't have the goals of where we're going, life is just passing you by and you're sitting back watching it, and it's not unfolding the way you want. I did it. I did it for way too long. I remember sitting there watching all these people out going everywhere, and we're sitting on the lounge watching television over and over and over. I don't know who I was. I got to tell you, I have no idea who that person was. She's gone. I've burnt her. I've burnt the name. I am just so not that person. And I want to share my heart from my heart, how you can do the same and have the life, the desire, the dream body, the energy, the business, the money, the luxury travel. Like I can manifest all my travel. That is just so easy for me, right? But I want you to, whatever it is that you desire, you know that you can have, okay? So I'm going to leave it at there today. And I really hope to see you in my group in helping you with your identity elevation. Okay. It's only for women for the moment. I'm not sure if I'm going to be coaching with men, but right now it's only for women. So I'll pop the link in, and yes, I'll be back. But I hope this has really helped you and taken some points of, if anything is happening to you at the moment, that you know, and you can take that power back at any time. Everything is within you. It's your belief, it's your confidence, it's believing and trusting in yourself. Food, there is no fat. Food is not good or food is not bad. You're not a bad coach. Don't be shy to not show up on the camera. You will be better than one person. We're always better than someone else. I am so excited for this journey. I am so excited for who I'm becoming, the identity shift that I'm having. And you can only see as far as you can see, right? And it's limitless. Like if you, I have a huge goal. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. I have goals. That's it. There's nothing that's huge about them. They're just elevations, right? Growing and wanting to help more people, to serve more people. And that is what I want to do. That is who I know I'm meant to be. My journey was meant for me to share it with all of you. And that is what I absolutely know from the hardest heart. All right. So I will see you. And I'm Yvonne Purvis. And I've been coaching for a very, very long time in many different areas of my life. And I'm just so excited to be here with you. I want to share the light. You are the light, and you can do this. All right. Bye. Make sure to comment below and subscribe, and I'll put the link below.